The Dallas YMCA continues its 47-year tradition of kicking off the holiday healthy living season. When it comes to healthy living, running is just one step along the way to building healthy communities, connecting people to programs to help you reach your personal goals. Come be inspired with us at the 47th running of the Capital One Bank Dallas YMCA Turkey Trot.
Hi, I'm Ken Eastman, and I'd like to welcome you to the 47th running of the Dallas YMCA Turkey Trot. At Capital One, we seek opportunities to truly impact the North Texas community, to make it a better place to live, work, and raise a family for every citizen. In addition to financial support, our associates, over 4,000 in North Texas, take an active role volunteering and working in various community programs. Today, we're at the Park South YMCA in Dallas as part of the bank's commitment to investing for good in our North Texas community. Through its 22 Metroplex locations, the Y is providing vital programs for our children and youth to enhance their lives, their education, and their life opportunities. At Capital One, we invest in our economy, we invest in people, and we invest in our community. We invest for good. Enjoy the show.
It is a fantastic morning in North Texas. Downtown Dallas welcomes nearly 35,000 runners for the start of the 47th annual Capital One Bank Dallas YMCA Turkey Trot. And today you'll learn why the Y is so much more than you can imagine. Good morning, my name is Gordon Echtenkamp and I'm the President and CEO of the YMCA Metropolitan Dallas, and it's my pleasure to join Ken Eastman and Capital One Bank to welcome you to the way families in Dallas have started Thanksgiving for nearly 50 years. For nearly a decade, we've brought to Channel 8 viewers this celebration as a way to reinforce that what we really do in the Y is to nurture youth development, energize healthy living, and inspire social responsibility. This year, we wanted to go deeper to introduce you to some special people who demonstrate the Y's commitment in our 22 branches from Frisco to Waxahachie, from Rockwall to Camp Grady Spruce at Possum Kingdom Lake. And in the process, we hope you'll see why the Y is a gathering place where the sense of belonging and family that you see here today is felt year-round in your neighborhood Y. Over the course of the next half hour, you're going to meet people that you'll likely never forget. Like Charles Gray, who lives in Grand Prairie. He changed his outlook and he changed his life and lost over 200 pounds. His story is so amazing, I can't wait to share that with you. And in Dallas, we'll meet 12-year-old Ivan Lopez, a young man who conquered a fear of the water and swims circles around his competition. But now, let's feel the energy all around us as we share with you one of the most inspiring moments in Dallas every year, the start of the Capital One Bank Dallas YMCA Turkey Trot.
3, 2, 1.
I have been a part of this scene for 13 years and it never ceases to amaze me. The energy and the fun and the excitement. You know, we're having about 30,000 trotters here today, and if you add up all the miles of all the trotters today, that's about 150,000 miles. That's about halfway to the moon. Can you imagine that? And the calories that they'll burn, somebody could eat 100,000 turkey legs with all the calories, or if you wanted to, that translates to about 60,000 Snickers. So depending on what you wanted. With the size of this event, it takes so much planning and so much preparation. There are 5,000 barricades out there, 3,000 cones to make sure that we're safe and secure at all the individual corners. And then with all the trotters, we've got 200,000 safety pins that we had to provide. Probably the most important thing that people want to know, though, is we've got 140 porta potties on the course. One of the things we're known for at the Y is teaching kids how to swim. And for good reason, because we've been doing it for over 100 years. But tragically in Texas, an average of 70 children drown each year. And for each one who dies, 4 more kids are hospitalized from a near drowning incident. The problem is especially seen in minority families and low-income communities. It could be that a fear of the water discourages parents from teaching their children to swim, or maybe cultural beliefs are obstacles, or perhaps they just can't get access to swimming lessons.
So big breath and blow bubbles.
Well, our Make a Splash initiative has grown rapidly as we go to low-income communities and connect with kids to teach them to swim right in their own apartment swimming pools. Last summer, in fact, we went to 142 different apartment complexes and provided free swim lessons to nearly 3,500 kids. Well, those kids may never be Olympic swimmers, but we know that they're safer today. But let's roll the clock back 5 years. As a part of this commitment to keeping kids safe, the town North Y inspired one young man to stick his toe in the water and found out there's swimming, and then there's everything else.
Hi, I'm Ivan Lopez and I'm a YMCA kid. My Y story began when I was 8 years old and my parents took me to learn how to swim at the town North Y. They put me in the Make a Splash program because they didn't want me to grow up with a fear of water just like they did. It's surprising that 60% of Latinos don't know how to swim, and I'm here to do everything I can to lower that number. When I was 10, I started swimming for the Sea Otters, and I like racing right away. I like the competition and the chance to make a lot of new friends. I swim 4 different events: the 200 freestyle, 200 IM, 100 backstroke, and 100 breaststroke. My favorite event is the 200 freestyle because I just love the rush of going fast. Swimming has taught me discipline, teamwork, and the value of working hard. I hope I can swim in high school and maybe even get a college scholarship. I'm very thankful to my parents for giving me this opportunity to make something out of my life. And thanks to the town North Y for giving me the confidence to swim fast. I'm Ivan Lopez and I'm a YMCA kid.
Thank you, Ivan. What a great example of the confidence that comes from learning a skill and finding a passion. And who knows, maybe Ivan will one day be on that medal stand. If you want to learn more, just contact our water safety experts and schedule a free swim assessment or register for lessons. It's as easy as logging on to ymcadallas.org.
Go YMCA!
We're gonna have some fun today.
Turkey! Happy Thanksgiving! Woo!
One of the things that makes us so unique is that generations of families have all made this starting line the beginning of another start, their commitment to a healthy holiday season. There's no better combination than starting the day with the Trot, a great Thanksgiving celebration, and then a Dallas Cowboys celebration. We asked some of the runners on the course who they're running with this year.
My name is Turkey, and I'm running with Bacon. And we're gonna run together, the 8 mile, we're going! Woo!
I'm running with some of me mateys here! Arr! Happy Thanksgiving!
Bamba, 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 hey! How you doing there? This is your Ortega family. We're here to support the YMCA walk, and happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
I'm running with my soul sister!
We are avid runners and we're so happy to be out here today.
We're enjoying our traditional turkey trot.
That's right. Happy Thanksgiving.
I'm out here trying to make it, man.
Who you running with today?
Running with my son and my daughter. From Delaware, Washington, D.C., and Columbia, South Carolina.
I'm running with Katie. Katie's running with me. I'm Trey.
I'm running with Trey, my best friend. Happy Thanksgiving!
Happy Thanksgiving.
You guys got this. Happy Thanksgiving.
I'm Shelly, this is my husband Avi, and my daughter Jackie.
Come on. Don't give up for nothing. Come on.
I'm just a simple turkey running with the thousands of friends.
We offer lots of programs today you'd probably expect of the Y, but we tailor them to meet the needs of the community. Salsa Sabor y Salud builds on the rich traditions and values of Hispanic and Latino cultures to help families adopt and maintain healthy lifestyles. Families participate together in 8 weekly group sessions that help them learn how to make healthier food choices and then how to incorporate physical activity into their routines. Let's take a look.
In the Hispanic culture, we have been taught that overweight baby is a healthy baby. We don't see that as a bad thing, but as a cuteness.
Today, Raquel Khan leads a breakthrough program at the Irving YMCA, Salsa Sabor y Salud. It's an 8-session program designed to help families achieve energy balance through healthier food choices and increased levels of physical activity.
It is a party every Friday here at the YMCA. We talk about nutrition, we talk about what small changes have they been able to accomplish.
Salsa Sabor Salud, while it is very specific for the Hispanic community, it's not only for the Hispanic community. So all sorts of folks are benefiting from this program and learning that very small steps to change can make a huge difference.
The children participate and they're right next to their parent. They see the mother do an exercise, so they want to do it as well.
It's just the small steps that they're taking for a healthier life.
The magic solution to better health in any language is helping people understand that the choices they make with the food they eat and incorporating daily moderate exercise is the key to a healthy life. One of the legacy programs at the Y is Adventure Guides, which began in 1926 as Indian Guides. It encourages fathers and sons and fathers and daughters to spend quality time together building lifelong memories through weekend camping trips, games, and adventures. But the best result of the program is found in the motto, Friends Forever.
Real fortunate that we moved into Richardson and found the Y and the Adventure Guides.
I want to welcome everyone to the Richardson Federation Nation Games. Everyone having a great time? Pull it!
You tell them what your favorite thing is about going on these campouts, sweetheart. And tell them how many s'mores you guys ate last night.
Time with my daddy and they ate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Just tell Mom we had just one.
Did it for 4 years with his big sister, my daughter, and this is our 3rd year together.
That one's my granddad.
I took his mother to Indian Princess way back when, and now I get to take him. It's awesome.
It's all about laughing, having fun with your dad, and building a friend forever.
You know, when I was a young program director running Adventure Guides, I can't tell you how many times I heard that after a campout. Let's not tell Mommy about this. You can learn more about this amazing program by selecting a YMCA branch location nearest you, ymcadallas.org.
My first one. Happy Thanksgiving!
Oh, very nice. California!
You're bright as the sun in our own sky. You are a star in all our eyes. Let your light shine.
How great is this?
Well, I'm joined now by a good friend and a good friend of the Y, Jason Villalba, who was just elected to his 2nd term in the Texas legislature, representing District 114, which is roughly northwest Dallas all the way over to Lake Highlands. Jason, thanks for being here today. It's really great to see you.
Awesome morning to be here in Dallas, Texas at the Turkey Trot.
Yeah, well, the big question is, how many Y t-shirts do you have in your drawers?
We now have about 15 if you count Brooks and mine. Brooke and I have been coming to this race since she moved here. I've been here forever, but as soon as we were able to get here, we came out.
Well, thanks for joining us today. You got them all bundled up?
I do. It's chilly this morning.
It is a little chilly, but it's going to be great running weather, which I know is important to you because you're going to be out burning the course up, I'm sure.
Well, you know what, with this guy, I'll be pushing it, so we'll see how he can do.
Well, I know that with the part of what you have to do is talk to the community, find out what's happening in your district. What do you hear from families that's their greatest concern?
You know, what I'm hearing the most is that education is so important. You know, for me in my legislative term, first term, we really focused on education and making sure that we had good public schools. My girls, Elena and Sophia, go to the DISD public schools. We believe strongly in them, and we want to do everything we can do down in Austin to strengthen those schools and make it a better place for them to get a wonderful quality education.
Well, that's great. Well, Brooke, I know you're a member of our board of managers at the town Northwide. That's really great. Thank you for your service for that. And it looks like we're going to have a bunch of YMCA members for a long, long time.
We do. George is getting ready. He's already able to throw balls, and this girl's in her swim class, and this one's in dance. And so we just love the YMCA. It's part of our family.
That's great. Well, Jason, part of what we try to do with this television show in the morning is share YMCA stories. And I don't know if you've heard the story of Torrey Phillips, but prepare to be inspired. There's nobody that tells his story better than himself. Let's have a listen.
My name is Torrey Phillips. I am a son, cousin, friend, and a pool manager. But mostly, I'm a Park South Y kid. My mom would always tell me that the YMCA is my surrogate father. I didn't want to believe her because I wanted a real person with me every day. It represented what I thought fatherhood represented. Unconditional love, discipline, nurturing, exposure, fun, and friendship. It's only now that I look back over my life that I realize my mom was right. All those things I wanted in a person, I got every day from a place. Coming from a struggling neighborhood with my mom having 3 jobs, no dad, was tough. The YMCA opened their doors to my mom and me by providing her financial assistance in a discreet way that allowed her to bring me up here with pride. All of my firsts occurred at the Y. My first swim lessons were at the Y. My first basketball and football games were at the Y. My first day camp was with the Y. My first A in school came from help during homework time at the Y. And my first job was as a lifeguard at the Y. Today, I am the pool manager for the Park South branch, a senior at UNT pursuing a degree in business and marketing, and still a Y kid. The commitment you make to kids like me truly changes lives. It's ironic that the YMCA created Father's Day, because that's just what the Y is to me.
Well, that is just so powerful. I'm proud to tell you that today, Torrey is on our YMCA professional staff team, and he's the aquatic director for the Park South Y, where he learned to swim. And he still considers himself a Y kid. Maybe a bit bigger, maybe with a beard, but still a Y kid.
Kick! Keep going! There you go! Come on!
Most people think the Y is a gym, but to me, it's so much more.
He has been such an inspiration that his story has been told through the YMCA of the USA's National Image Campaign.
And I got my first A with help from the After School Enrichment Program. They taught me discipline and gave me confidence, and they do the same thing for millions of kids every day.
In fact, there's Torrey telling the nation about the values he learned at the Park South Y.
Join or volunteer at the Y.
Torrey, thanks for being such a great role model for all of us. Well, we know the real impact of the Y is seen in the changes we make in people's lives through many of the programs that we'll share with you today. But we need buildings to provide these programs. These facilities also become important gathering places for people in our communities to connect with others, and they're symbols of our commitment to a community. Well, 2014 has been a very exciting year of growth for the Dallas Y. Last year, we shared with you the great news about the $8 million transformational gift from the Moody Foundation to rename the Park Cities Y when we finish that construction project. Well, fundraising is underway and we're at about 60% of the goal. Later this year, we'll move into temporary location in Preston Center as we hope to begin construction on the new building in early 2015. And we're super excited that after 60 years of the Y serving East Dallas and Lakewood, we'll complete construction in just a few months on their first permanent home. The site's on Gaston Road, just a few blocks away from the White Rock Lake Spillway. And just last week, we celebrated the ribbon cutting of the new J.E.R. Chilton Y in Rockwall.
Every organization or every enterprise that I've been involved in, I've either tried to win it or build it or improve upon it. And isn't that what the YMCA is all about?
It was great to be out in Rockwall last week to see the excitement of everybody there for the opening of their new Y. Let's go back out on the course and ask some runners why they love the Y.
I love the YMCA because it's family oriented.
I love the Y because this is where my dad brought me when I was a kid.
I love the Y because they have good programs for families.
I love the Y because the family that Y's together stays together.
I love the Y because it's a great place for families, awesome values, and a great place to take my kids and just spend time in a healthy atmosphere.
I love the Y because it does wonderful things for our community.
I love the Y because it creates opportunities for youth.
I love the Y because it's really fun for kids.
I love the Y because you do this every year for Dallas.
Well, you know that 47 years ago, the Dallas Y kicked off the holiday season with this event that started at White Rock Lake. Back then, the field ran 4 miles out to the big tree and back. Well, I wasn't there, but let's hear from somebody or something that was there.
Before there was a lake, before Dallas existed, I've been right here. I'm 75 feet tall, 25 feet around. I am the Big Oak at Winfrey Point. Back in 1968, the first Trot ran to me, the halfway point in the 8-mile race featuring 107 runners that Thanksgiving Day. I haven't moved more than a few feet in over 200 years. So I can only imagine what it would be like to be in your shoes. Running is what makes you human. You discover how to breathe, to smell the air, to see the beauty, and imagine the possibility. I'm proud to provide the retreat, a place to commune with nature and with each other. I love the Turkey Trot because the prize is not always to the swift, but to those who endure.
This is such a great reminder to all of us that sometimes the process can be just as rewarding as the result. Okay, let's head out to the finish of the 8-mile race. That's Craig Lautenschlager. He's a junior cross-country runner at UT Arlington. The finish line was moved this year, so there's a longer home stretch. We get more time to see the winners as they come down towards the finish line. Well, here comes Craig. He's a little over 40 minutes, maybe a 40:19. Gosh, that's a 5-minute mile. That's great.
I was hoping to try to go sub 40, but I did my best, and I'm pretty happy with the time.
What does it mean to be in the Turkey Trot here in Dallas? It's such a great event for the city. What does it mean to you?
It's kind of a big deal to me. My dad used to cover this event all the time, and it's good to be his son to win it. He was a big runner for Texas Tech and in Dallas, so kind of keeping on the family tradition.
And here comes our female winner. That's Ingrid Mollenkoff. She's 24, originally from Phoenix, just loves running in her adopted hometown of Dallas, crossing the finish line at unofficially 44:57. That's a great time. That's about a 5:30 pace. Oh, and Ingrid works at Luke's Locker, which is, Luke's has been one of our longtime sponsors of the Trot.
I moved out here in like 2009 to go to University of North Texas, but I love Dallas, so I decided to stay.
Well, congratulations to our winners today, but actually we've got 30,000 winners. Well, you've probably seen some stories about people who lose a dramatic amount of weight on a fad diet or even surgery only to gain it back. Well, in those cases, the problem is they weren't able to make a lifestyle change that could stick. Well, let me introduce you to a Y member of Grand Prairie who's doing it the old-fashioned way, with hard work and with the understanding that to achieve your goals, sometimes you need help from others.
My name is Charles Gray, and my Y story began 9 years ago when I weighed over 430 pounds. How did I get to the point where I fit into these? Well, it probably started when I was 9 years old. It didn't really matter what I ate because I wasn't going to get fat. I was already fat, so what difference did it make? In May of 2006, I injured my back. I was in bed for 4 straight days and could not get out of bed. And when you have that much time to reflect on how you got there and to realize that you put yourself there, I knew I had to do something about it. I decided to come to the Grand Prairie YMCA. When I first walked in the door, I knew this is where I wanted to be. And over the course of the next 17 months, I lost 220 pounds. I can do things physically now that I couldn't even do when I was a teenager. It's like starting a whole new life. I'm so thankful to this Y family for all the support and encouragement they've given me over these years. It's really made the difference in my life. I'm Charles Gray, and thanks to the Y, I'm half the man I used to be.
Well, Charles' story is so impressive, but it's these millions of moments of truth that happen to the Y every day that make this such a special organization. Well, you probably know that events like this come together only with the commitment of a lot of dedicated staff and nearly 1,000 volunteers who make this another Trot to remember. But special thanks to Casey Klein and Sarah Byram on our staff, to the Trot Race Committee, and especially to Capital One Bank and all of our sponsors for their support. And finally, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us to start off this unique American holiday together, making this the way Dallas families have started Thanksgiving for 47 years. And thanks for letting us share with you a few Y stories and to share a couple of our unique programs. It's through these programs that are held in gymnasiums and swimming pools, on sports fields and around campfires that really define the lifelong impact that we make on people to help them achieve their personal goals. We really do strengthen the fabric and the foundation of this amazing community. If you couldn't be with us today, go to your neighborhood Y to get ready and join us next year. You can be out here celebrating the way families in Dallas have for 47 years by making a public expression with your family of your commitment to healthy living. I'm Gordy Echtenkamp. Thanks for joining us today. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you at the Y.